Well, Chicago police have released the latest numbers on gun violence in the Windy City. According to that data, Chicago has seen 195 murders and nearly 1,000 shootings so far this year, and we're only in May.
It is a significant increase in shootings and homicides compared to the first 4 months of 2020.
One of those areas hit hardest by this violence is Chicago's 15th Ward. The Democrat alderman there, Raymond Lopez, gave me a tour of the area where I got to talk with those who are most impacted by this violence. Take a look.
That gun that it's so easy to get in these communities are destroying our communities. You know, we have 997 shootings within the last 5 months. We've had 6 kids under the age of 10 years old get killed. That shouldn't be.
There's some of my kids that have gotten killed. One of them was one of my 8th graders, and he was shot 2 weeks after he graduated.
Canary was gunned down while playing basketball. Jante died right here, walking home. It's easy to just get numb to the headline, 12-year-old shot, 7-year-old shot, 14-year-old shot. When you know these faces, when you know these names, and you know their families and their struggles, it's not a headline anymore. These are real lives that are being slaughtered on the streets of Chicago by bad policies, inept politicians.
Do you think leadership is doing enough to solve this problem?
No. No, I don't think so.
The mayor's office?
No.
The DA?
No. People make decisions from up here, but they need to come down and really look at what's going on in the neighborhoods.
All of these programs and all of this are fine, but what are we doing to help the people? They too busy playing politics.
Our biggest problems here in Chicago is that you can get caught with a gun and tomorrow you'll be out. Within hours you'll be out. There's no consequences.
You know, they got the ankle bracelet, they're still dealing out there.
I'd like for them to tell my families how it's okay for someone who has multiple gun charges to be back in the neighborhood, shooting again. They need to start seeing the reality of what they do from the eyes of the people most impacted.
You're a Democrat, you don't care about the partisan politics.
I get a lot of grief from my own colleagues in city council. It's my kids that are dying because of the games politicians play. And if that means as a Democrat, I'm the odd man out, so be it.
When they're getting 3,600 guns off the streets within 5 months, we got a problem. And if we don't address that problem, it's gonna get bigger.
The problem is not the police. Let's go to the root of the problem. If you want to fix something, start at home, because it all starts in the house.
They don't start that way. I think a lot of times it's the support that they don't have at home.
What age do you normally see the change starts to happen?
I'm gonna be very honest. Right now, I have a 1st grader.
No way.
A 1st grader hanging around with 20-year-olds. What is he gonna pick up from there?
Politicians, police can be partners, but at the end of the day, it has to be the person in that house with their families saying that this is our block and this is how we want it to be. When people rise up and take ownership of their own neighborhoods and say, I want better, and they work for it, that's how you end the violence.
Let's talk about this mural, because I think it's one of the most powerful murals I've ever seen in my life. And it reminds me of something that my parents used to always say. They used to always say the street life, it leads you to 3 destinations. You're gonna be in jail, locked up. You got Cook County right here. Gun, you're gonna get shot, or you're gonna be in the grave. And in Chicago, this is what we're seeing.
This is what we're seeing, and what we're trying to do now, through the help of other organizations, is to get them to that side of the wall, to give them hope, education, something that there's more to life than this.
We reached out both to the Chicago Police Department and the mayor's office for a statement, but we never heard back. Guys, a heartbreaking story. As y'all know, I've been covering this all across the country. Got DeVal Jr. that's on the front
You covered
page.
that story.
Covered this the day after a talk with his father. The 1-year-old killed in a stroller at a barbecue. So often I talk about these stories, but this time I wanted to get to the root cause. What is happening in these homes, the brokenness? One of the social workers that I interviewed said that one of the students that was shot was in part of a gang, and when the mom tried to get control of the situation, she was an illegal immigrant, and the gangs told him, you tell your mom that if she doesn't leave you alone, that you'll call ICE on her to deport her. That is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a criminal enterprise, and I wanted to focus on the people that are trying to help save these kids. Oscar, who I interviewed there, is a former gangbanger who was in jail that is trying to get these kids off the street. But again, there has to be someone there, some groups there, to fill the void of the street life.
Those children don't even have a chance. If a gang wants you to join their gang, what happens if they say no?
It's survival.
Right.
They kill your family, kill you. That is the life.
And the only way to see that story is to actually go to those streets, and you did it. And thank you very much for bringing this to so many people, because they don't realize what is going on in Chicago.
So heartbreaking when you see those children's faces.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Thanks, Lawrence.